Soucie's story was featured in a chapter of the Tim Lawson and Elisa Persons book, The Magic Behind the Voices, a who's who of cartoon voice actors, detailing her rise to fame and any struggles in between. 7 years later, she was featured in a section of the Thomas S. Hishak book Disney Voice Actors, giving an entirely different narrative, by listing her birth year as 1967, completely omitting her early life and on-camera career in the 1970s and 80s. Curiously, the book claims that she began her voice acting career in 1981 with the Smurfs, hypothetically making her 14 years old, despite the fact that she did not get into cartoon voiceover work until 1986, when she was well into her 30s, and had not done voices for the Smurfs until much later in the series. Around that same time, Soucie became the subject of great obsession with one fan, with the publication of his article, 2/2067 or 11/1853, on sites like RetroDays and Reddit, detailing the controversies about her real age and date of birth, and most of the public's perception of her. The author also claimed to have liked her professionally, since he was about 7 or 8 years old in the early 90s, but had mysteriously sparked what he called a much deeper and more renewed interest in her, in late 2020, months prior to the releases of the Rugrats reboot and Space Jam sequel. The essay also included a rumor that he once read on social media of her being spotted at a coffee shop in his area, sometime in 1994, when he was either 10 or 11 years old, wishing he could have met her in person back then, to get an autograph and photo with her, if he were to have a camera on hand. Despite various photos used to corroborate certain claims, in support of the 11/1853 birth date, some internet users lambasted the article as nothing more than petty gossip and misinformation. Following the release of a documentary of the same name on YouTube, voice actor Bob Bergen, who has worked with Soucie on various Looney Tunes projects, as well as the Santa Claus sequels, ridiculed it by claiming the video to be the worst that is social media/cancel culture, comparing it to an e-version of Roman gladiators, taking joy in someone's pain, after he received a link on Twitter to view the video. He also stated that the focus of Soucie's age and roots are completely irrelevant to her tremendous talent and success, a point addressed at the video's conclusion, and ironically overlooked by some viewers.